Welcome once again, brothers and sisters, my fellow citizens of the Republic of Zambia. In this particular video, I'm going to be discussing the issue of chiefs, traditional leaders being dictators, because there are some of our brothers and sisters who hold views that chiefs are actually dictators. So if they can be given all the power that I'm proposing that we give them, the powers to be the overall leader of the chiefdom, that would even worsen the situation. That would even make them even more dictators. So I want to give my opinion concerning this particular observation that some people have made. Now, it is important for me to say here that by me sharing my views, I'm not trying in any way to defend the chiefs. I know there could be a few chiefs that have these dictatorial tendencies, and I'm not speaking on behalf of those, definitely, because I know as human beings we are made differently, and so I cannot put all of them in one basket and say they are all good people. So this is my understanding concerning the assertion that people bring up, that chiefs are dictators, or they have, or they portray some dictatorial tendencies. I believe more of the reason chiefs behave in such a manner is because of the economic situation in which they find themselves. I believe that chiefs hold a lot of power, and yet that power does not translate into any economic benefits. As a result, they tend to look around and look everywhere so that they are able to maybe build up some economic or financial muscle that could help them also live a well-empowered life, economically speaking. So, like we say in our native language, in my native language, Lala, we say, Ingala munga yapenga, nature ni lalia. What that means, if it can be loosely interpreted, is that when a lion suffers, when a lion finds no meat, it can even eat grass. So I think that is more of the situation in which the chiefs find themselves, because they are lions, they are heads of the families or heads of tribes, and yet that position is not translating into any economic benefit. As a result, they force themselves, or they go and put pressure on their subjects to give them something by means of asking for donations or contributions, so that they too could have some good financial base. And this also forces them, some of the chiefs, to engage themselves into selling of land, putting up of roadblocks, and doing all sorts of things. I think this all happens because they want to build their financial base, so that they also could live up to the standard that befits a chief. Now, I think that particular scenario, if that be the truth, if that is what causes them to be having those dictatorial tendencies, then under the Ubuntu model of governance, we do not expect that to happen, or we do not expect that to be attached to chiefs, because under the new system of governance that I'm proposing that we should use in Zambia, we are giving power to chiefs, political, social, and economic power. What that means is that, to start with, chiefs are going to be on a constitutional salary. They will be receiving a very good salary from the government, one which is similar to that of a permanent secretary or a minister. Of course, they themselves, the chiefs, are going to come up with this salary through the Council of 70. For those of you that have been watching, or those of you that have watched my videos, I think you understand what the Council of 70 stands for, or what it is. So the Council of 70 is going to come up with a salary that every chief is going to be getting, and those chiefs that will be serving in the government, like those that will be part of the Council of 70, they will be getting even more allowances. The same applies to those that will be working as ministers. So I do not expect them to start, or should I say to continue, putting pressure on their subjects, especially that now they will be receiving these salaries from the government. And the other thing that we have to consider is that according to Ubuntu model of governance, the one or the system that I'm proposing to implement in Zambia, all the constituencies and local government activities shall be moved to chiefdoms. So chiefdoms will be the ones that will be receiving CDF. CDF will become a Chiefdom Development Fund instead of Constituency Development Fund. So you can see the chief will be the senior-most personnel or senior-most overseer of the activities to do with developmental projects and programs in their respective chiefdoms. So that gives them a lot of financial base, a strong financial base, which will make it unthinkable for them to go around in their chiefdoms and asking for some contributions or donations, because they will be the ones dispensing all these funds. Therefore, I expect a chief to become more generous and more caring to their people, or to his or her people, once the Ubuntu model of governance is implemented. So I believe I've given my view of what causes these chiefs to look like dictators in some people's eyes. I think every one of us could tend to portray such tendencies, provided we found ourselves in such a situation. I think it is well understandable, because another parable that is commonly used in our language, we say, "Insoka yali sumine bwimba bwa perere." What that means is that when a snake has nowhere to go, the hole where the snake has entered is not going deep, then the snake tends to turn back and fight, or do whatever it can do to survive. So I believe chiefs are finding themselves in that situation, and that causes them to do certain things that citizens or subjects find such things not to be good things, and associate such things to be as attributes, traits or attributes of a dictator. So brothers and sisters, we can change the situation, and on top of that, we are going to develop a constitution. We are going to come up with a constitution that is going to look into all these issues that we're discussing here. So it's not something that we cannot amend. It's something that is well within our control. It is something that we can look at and properly find means and ways of making sure that a chief behaves exactly in the way they are expected to behave to their people. So until we meet in the next video, brothers and sisters, I say, let there be light.